Welcome to another C1 Advanced ESL-lounge reading lesson video. Today we will be reading about what makes a great kitchen, and 4 different interior designers talking about their philosophies for creating the perfect space. Let's begin with some vocabulary. Aesthetics, the set of principles concerned with the nature and appreciation of beauty. Ambient, relating to the immediate surroundings, creating a relaxed atmosphere. Banquette, a long upholstered seat, typically fixed to a wall. Communal, shared by all members of a community, for common use. Cornerstone, a vital part of something on which it depends. Derive from, to get a quality or ability from something. Ergonomic, designed to be comfortable and efficient for people to use. Facilitates, makes an action or process easy or easier. Fixated on, obsessively focused on something. Lingering, lasting for a long time or slow to end. Pendant, a light designed to hang from the ceiling. Serene, calm, peaceful and untroubled. Great! Now you know the key words, let's read the texts. You are going to read 4 perspectives from interior designers on kitchen design. Read them carefully to understand each designer's philosophy and reasoning. Afterwards, you will answer 10 questions to check your interpretation of each designer's approach. Okay, let's start with text A. Elena Vance. For me, a great kitchen has nothing to do with the latest trends, or expensive, statement-making gadgets. Those things are fleeting. The absolute cornerstone of a successful kitchen is the work triangle, the ergonomic relationship between the sink, the refrigerator, and the cooker. This timeless principle dictates that these 3 key zones should form a comfortable, unobstructed triangle, minimizing the steps a cook has to take during food preparation. A kitchen that violates this fundamental rule might jump off the page in a magazine, but it will be a deeply frustrating space to actually use on a daily basis. My design process is therefore always a functional one first. I begin by mapping out these invisible lines of movement and workflow for the person who will be cooking. Aesthetics are secondary, and must grow out of the function. The elegance of a kitchen should derive from its effortless usability, not from its superficial decoration. I prioritize efficiency of movement above all else. End of text A. Let's continue. Julian Croft. People often get overly fixated on the practicalities of a kitchen, but they forget its primary role in the modern home. It is a social space, a vibrant stage for our daily lives. A truly great kitchen is one that actively facilitates human connection and interaction. My design philosophy, therefore, prioritizes the creation of a welcoming, communal atmosphere where people are drawn to gather. This often means sacrificing some storage or counter space to incorporate a large island with comfortable seating, a built-in banquette for family meals, or even a small sofa. The goal is to dissolve the traditional barriers between cook and guest entirely. It is about creating a space where family can do homework and guests can chat to the cook with a glass of wine without feeling like they are in the way. A kitchen should be a magnet that pulls people in, not a sterile laboratory that keeps them out. The kitchen's true warmth comes from the life lived within it. End of text B. Let's continue. Kenji Minamino. My approach to kitchen design is rooted in the idea of sensory experience, and the most crucial yet most often tragically overlooked element is lighting. A single, harsh overhead light creates a flat, uninviting, and often impractical space, casting irritating shadows over your work areas. A great kitchen, by contrast, employs a sophisticated, layered lighting scheme. This includes bright, focused task lighting for preparation areas, such as under-cabinet strips that illuminate countertops precisely where you need them. Then you need ambient lighting from pendants or ceiling fixtures to provide overall warmth and a general glow. Finally, accent lighting can be used to highlight architectural features, artwork, or display objects. This trinity of lighting types must work in perfect harmony to create the desired atmosphere. The ability to control these different layers independently, to alter the mood from a bright, functional workspace to a soft, intimate dining spot, is what transforms a good kitchen into a truly exceptional one. End of text C. Let's continue. Isabel Rossi. The secret to a great kitchen lies not in what you see, but in what you do not see, the storage. A cluttered kitchen, with countertops covered in appliances and utensils, is a stressful and inefficient one. My design process is an obsessive quest to create a designated home for everything, so that surfaces can remain almost completely clear. Every single item must have its precisely designated place within the overall organizational system. This involves clever integrated solutions. Deep drawers instead of awkward cupboards, full-height pull-out ladders, hidden recycling bins and appliance garages with retractable doors. A well-designed kitchen feels spacious and serene, not because it is enormous, but because its contents are intelligently organized and concealed. This less is more approach is not about minimalism for its own sake, it is about creating a calm, uncluttered environment that makes the process of cooking feel focused, peaceful and deliberate. A clear space invariably leads to a clear mind. Okay, time for a few questions to check your understanding. Question 1. Which designer states that a kitchen's attractiveness is a consequence of its functional design? Pause the video now to think about your answer. The correct answer is A. Elena Vance. The text argues that aesthetics are secondary and that the elegance of a kitchen should derive from its effortless usability. Question 2. Which designer talks about an aspect of kitchen design they believe is neglected? Pause the video now to think about your answer. The correct answer is C. Kenji Minamino. The text states that the most crucial, yet most often tragically overlooked, element is lighting. Question 3. Which designer would be most likely to disagree with a customer who wants to maximize worktops above all else? Pause the video now to think about your answer. The correct answer is B. Julian Croft. The text explains that his approach often means sacrificing some storage or counter space for social seating, so he would disagree with maximizing worktops. Question 4. Which designer views aesthetic enhancement as integral to functional design? Pause the video now to think about your answer. The correct answer is C. Kenji Minamino. The text states, finally, accent lighting can be used to highlight architectural features, artwork, or display objects. This shows that Kenji Minamino views aesthetic enhancement as integral to functional kitchen design, rather than treating it as an optional extra. Question 5. Which designer suggests that a visually appealing kitchen can be fundamentally flawed? Pause the video now to think about your answer. The correct answer is A. Elena Vance. The text warns that a kitchen that might jump off the page in a magazine can be a deeply frustrating space to actually use. Question 6. Which designer believes that a kitchen's social function should take precedence over its practical utility? Pause the video now to think about your answer. The correct answer is B. Julian Croft. The text says his philosophy involves sacrificing some storage or counter space for social elements, showing social function takes precedence. Question 7. Which designer sees concealed storage as a tool for creating a more focused cooking environment? Pause the video now to think about your answer. The correct answer is D. Isabel Rossi. The text argues that this approach is about creating a calm, uncluttered environment that makes the process of cooking feel focused. Question 8. Which designer believes that the physical layout can directly affect a person's state of mind? Pause the video now to think about your answer. The correct answer is D. Isabel Rossi. The text concludes with the direct link. A clear space invariably leads to a clear mind. Question 9. Which designer looks at a person's movements as part of their process? Pause the video now to think about your answer. The correct answer is A. Elena Vance. The text says the designer begins by mapping out these invisible lines of movement and workflow. Question 10. Which designer views adaptability as the ultimate sign of a well-designed kitchen? Pause the video now to think about your answer. The correct answer is C. Kenji Minamino. The text says, the ability to alter the mood from a bright, functional workspace to a soft, intimate dining spot is what makes a kitchen exceptional, and this is a form of adaptability. Let's quickly summarize the lesson. On this screen you can review the main points of the text and the key vocabulary. Finally, here are a few discussion questions. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching this ESL Lounge video. Don't forget to subscribe for more lessons, and we'll see you in the next one.